You'll encounter some enemies in the game with shields. Orange shields correspond to solar element, purple corresponds to void, and blue corresponds to art. You'll also encounter white shields, but this is just an indicator that the enemy is immune to damage. If you pop an enemy shield using a weapon that matches the element type, you'll cause a mini explosion that will stagger the shielded enemy and damage nearby enemies. Each armor piece has an associated element. The element dictates some of the available mods that can be slotted into the armor. If you look at your available mods, you can easily tell which are tied to a specific element and which are not by looking at the top left corner of the mod for an element symbol. If you have a piece of armor you really like, but the element isn't what you want, you can change the element type by going into the armor detail screen and changing the affinity. As soon as you start the game, there will be a few mods available by default. Other mods will need to be unlocked or purchased. You can purchase mods by visiting Banshee 44 or Ada 1 in the tower. Each one sells mods which rotate with the daily reset. For the mods that cannot be purchased, there are a few potential sources. Each raid has mods which provide some benefit to that specific raid. You'll unlock those by completing encounters and opening chests. There are also adept mods which can be obtained by completing Grandmaster Nightfalls or by visiting the lighthouse by going flawless in the Trials of Osiris. If you are unsure how to obtain a specific mod, find the mod within the collections page and it will indicate how the mod is obtained. Exotic gear can be reacquired via the collections page. Simply find the exotic item you want to acquire and spend some materials. This becomes useful after you accumulate a lot of gear. Vault space is very limited in this game, so you'll likely find it easier to delete exotic weapons you don't use often and just reacquire them via collections when needed. On the subject of exotic gear, some weapons cannot be obtained in the game via their original acquisition method. For example, the Ace of Spades hand cannon quest is no longer in the game. To obtain this and similar exotic weapons, you'll have to purchase these at the exotic kiosk in the tower. Each weapon can be purchased using materials earned by playing the game, assuming you own the DLC that weapon is tied to. One method to quickly boost your exotic inventory is to visit Xur each week and purchase whatever exotics he is selling. He also sells some legendary gear that can have some seriously good perks, although it is very random and most of the gear is nothing special. Xur appears in the game each week starting on Friday at reset, and he disappears again Tuesday at reset. When I want to pay him a visit, I just head over to a site like whereisxur.com to find out his current location. It is possible to abandon quests you've picked up. If you do abandon a quest, whether intentionally or accidentally, and you want to recover it, you can do this at the Lost Quests archive at the tower. This kiosk is located beside the postmaster. When you are playing with others, you will frequently see messages about generating Orbs of Power. These are little white orbs which boost your super recharge rate. There are also a bunch of mods that activate benefits when picking up Orbs of Power. The most common method for generating orbs is to get multi-kills with masterwork weapons. Be advised, this functionality will be changing when Witch Queen releases. It looks like we'll be getting a helmet mod that will generate orbs upon getting multi-kills. The other common method of orb generation is to activate your super and get kills with it. Destiny 2 changes very frequently, and it can be difficult to keep up with these changes. The way Bungie communicates news about Destiny 2 is via a post every Thursday named This Week at Bungie, or TWAB for short. This will give you all the details on upcoming changes, known issues, and just general information involving the community. You can view the weekly TWAB over at Bungie.net. Along those same lines, you'll want to bookmark Bungie Help on Twitter. This Twitter page will list out service issues and maintenance going on with the game. If I ever have trouble getting into Destiny 2 and I want to know if it is just me or if there is an issue with the game, I check out this Twitter account. Destiny 2's API has resulted in a lot of amazing apps being built, which are practically necessary for a good experience while playing the game. I've covered a few apps I use in previous videos, and there are many more than that out there. In the very least, you'll want to pick up the official Destiny 2 app from Bungie. Using this will enable you to transfer gear around with a few button presses. You can keep track of quests, read unlocked lore bits, pick up bounties without visiting NPCs, and many other things. In short, you'll want to pick up this app. Destiny 2 is a massive game, and Bungie has been open about the difficulty in maintaining such a massive game. Due to this, the Destiny Content Vault was created. Each year, content is removed from the game and placed into the vault. The process flow for this has been to make the older content free for all players for a period and then place it in the vault after that period ends. Examples of this include campaigns, planets, raids, and seasonal content. The idea that was communicated is that older content can be cycled in and out of the game to keep things at a more manageable level.